Let's move on to quadrilaterals. So the operation I have to do to determine the sum of their interior angles would be 4 times 90, right? Since we have 4 angles of 90 degrees, so let's do the operation. I get 4 times 90 degrees. And 4 times 90 is equal to 360 degrees. It will also give me 360 degrees, for example, for this other irregular quadrilateral, right? So, the first thing I'm going to do is divide my quadrilateral into triangles. What I'm going to do is draw a diagonal. When I draw this diagonal, what I'm doing is that I've already divided my quadrilateral into triangles. That is, now we have triangle 1 and triangle 2 here. I already know that the sum of the interior angles in any triangle has to be 180 degrees. Therefore, if I add this angle, plus this angle, and this other angle, it has to give me a total of 180 degrees. Right. Now, the same thing here with this other triangle. If I add this angle plus this other angle and this other angle, it also has to give me 180 degrees. As you can see, with these angles that I'm marking in red, I'm actually marking exactly the same opening as I'm also marking with these pieces, or with these angles that I'm marking in blue, right? It's exactly the same. Therefore, it means that if I want to know what the sum of the internal angles marked in red is, then what I would have to do is add up the angles that are marked in blue. So, what was the sum of the ones marked here in blue? I got 180. And what was the sum of the ones marked here in blue? I get 180. Therefore, the sum of the angles that are marked in red would have to be 180 plus 180, which is the same as 2 times 180 degrees. So basically, I can just see it as really just 2 triangles. And so, since in each triangle, the sum of the interior angles is 180 degrees, then in this quadrilateral, I will have 2 times 180. And 2 times 180 gives me a total of 360 degrees. As you can see, it's going to give me 360 degrees regardless of the quadrilateral shape, as shown here in color.